What I am about to show you is going to absolutely blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. I can guarantee you that 95% of you watching, including you Muslims, don't know that this is taught in Islam. What's up with that thumbnail? Well, we're going to get there, but you got to watch and wait to see. But before we start, I just want to thank each and every one of you for showing love and support. My last video, it's starting to go viral now on YouTube. My subscriber number and count has literally quadrupled overnight. So thank you guys. Thank you for showing your love, your support, because you are helping me help others. So you have a big part to play in this. So please continue to like the videos because it helps with the algorithms so that YouTube pushes out my videos to a greater audience. And don't forget to go subscribe to my TikTok channel at heavenly_discussions, because once that reaches 1,000 followers, I will be able to start my own live debates where you can watch me demolish these false religions. I love you all, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Weird Islamic teaching number 1. Flushing Satan out your nose. Did you know that according to Muhammad, Satan sleeps in your nose every night? Yes, you heard me right. This isn't something I made up. This is directly from Islamic sources. Let's break it down. What does Islam teach about Satan in the nose? In Sahih al-Bukhari, volume 4, book 54, Hadith 516, Muhammad said, if any one of you rises from sleep and performs ablution, he should wash his nose by putting water in it and then blowing it out 3 times, because Satan has stayed in the upper part of his nose all the night. This is also found in Sahih Muslim 238. When any one of you wakes up from sleep, he must clean his nose 3 times, for the devil spends the night in the interior of his nose. So according to Muhammad, Satan literally spends the night in your nose while you sleep. And the only way to get rid of him is to flush your nose with water when performing wudu, which is the Islamic ablution. Now think about this logically, guys. If every Muslim in the world has to flush Satan out of their nose in the morning, does that mean Satan is in millions of noses at the same time? How does that work? Is Satan omnipresent? If Satan is in your nose, your husband's nose, your children's nose, every Muslim's nose, all at the same time, that would mean Satan has a form of omnipresence. But isn't omnipresence something only God should have? Isn't it? The Quran itself says in Surah Al-Ikhlas 112 verse 4, and there is none like unto him. Allah is not omnipresent according to Islamic theology. Muslims believe he is above his throne, yet somehow Satan can be physically inside every Muslim's nose at the same time. That raises serious theological problems, guys. Let's go deeper. If Satan is a physical being, how can he fit into everyone's nose at the same time? Is he divided into tiny little particles? If he's not a physical being, why do you need to flush him out with physical water? Does water work against spiritual beings? Muslims are taught that Allah is not physically present with them. They are taught Allah is not physically present with them. Yet, Satan is present with every single Muslim every morning in their noses. So, Satan is closer to them than Allah. How does that make sense? What do the Islamic scholars say? Even Islamic scholars struggle with this hadith. Some say it's metaphorical, while others take it literal. Here's what Ibn Hajar, a major Islamic scholar, says in Fath al-Bari. Satan sleeping in the nose may mean that he actually penetrates into it, or it could mean that he controls the person through his nose, influencing him towards evil. Regardless of the interpretation, the core message is clear. Satan is somehow in your nose while you sleep, and only washing it can remove him. Only washing it can remove Satan. So, Muslims, do you really believe that every morning? That you need to flush out Satan from your nose before prayer? Do you? Because logically, this means that Satan is omnipresent, which contradicts Islam's beliefs. Satan is physically inside their noses, so he must either be very small or able to divide himself. Water somehow removes Satan, which makes no sense if he's a spiritual being. Now ask yourself, does this sound like divine revelation? Or does it sound like Pinocchio's worst nightmare? Weird Islamic teaching number 2. Does Satan fart when the call to prayer is made? Oh, it's only going to get better, guys. It's only going to get better. Because we're going to look at another bizarre teaching in Islam. One that I can't believe Muslims actually accept. Did you know that according to Islam, Satan farts when the call to prayer, the Adan, is made? Yes, you heard that right. He doesn't just leave quietly, he lets out a loud fart so he doesn't hear the Adan. Let's get straight into the Islamic sources. So the hadith reference I'm going to give you is Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih, authentic. Okay, this is volume 1, book 11, hadith 582. Allah's messenger said, when the Adhan, the call to prayer, is pronounced, Satan takes to his heels and passes wind with a noise during his flight in order not to hear the Adhan. When the call is finished, he returns until the Iqamah is pronounced. Then he runs away again. When the Iqamah is finished, he comes back to distract the person praying. This is from Sahih al-Bukhari, the most authentic hadith collections in Islam. So there's no weak hadith excuse here, guys. So let's break this down. Satan hears the Adhan, the call to prayer, and instead of just leaving, he farts loudly. The fart supposedly helps him escape the sound. After the Adhan is finished, he comes right back, okay? When the second call to prayer, the Iqamah, is made, he farts and runs again. Once the prayer starts, he sneaks back in to distract you. So I have a few serious questions for any Muslims watching. Okay? Serious questions, guys. Does Satan really fart? If so, if he does fart, what does that even mean to you guys? My second question, how bad does his fart smell? Is it a terrible smelling fart? Like, explain this to me, guys. Third question, why does Satan even need to fart to escape? Can't he just cover his ears or something? And my fourth question, why would your prophet teach something so ridiculous? Why? And don't try to change the meaning of passes wind. We all know what that means. In Arabic, it literally means he farts loudly. Like, I can't believe this, guys. I can't believe this. Some some Muslims will say, oh, it means he just makes a noise. Well, what noise does Satan make when he runs away? Does he go, does he do that? What noise is it? Or is he actually ripping a loud one? Which one? This is your most authentic hadith. You can't just ignore it. If you're a Muslim, how do you really believe Satan farts when he hears the call to prayer? How do you really believe that? Come on. Seriously, guys? If not, then why do you follow a religion that teaches such things? Weird Islamic teaching number 3. Did Satan piss in your ears? Here's another strange Islamic teaching that will blow your mind. According to Sahih Hadith, if you don't wake up for the morning prayer, the Fajr, it's because Satan pissed in your ears. Yes, you heard that correctly. Your prophet literally said, Satan urinates in the ears of Muslims to keep them asleep. So let's get straight to the Hadith reference. Sahih al-Bukhari, volume 2, book 21, Hadith 245. This is what it says. It was mentioned before the Prophet that a man slept the whole night till morning, after sunrise. The Prophet said, he is a man in whose ears Satan has urinated. This isn't weak or fabricated. This is from Sahih al-Bukhari, the most authentic hadith collection in Islam. So let's just break this down. A man overslept and missed Fajr prayer. Okay. Muhammad didn't say, oh, he must have just been tired. Instead, Muhammad said, Satan urinated in his ears. So according to Islam, if you don't wake up for prayer, it's because Satan took a leak in your ear. Guys, so according to Islam, Satan actually urinates in people's ears. Come on, guys. Now I have a few questions for any Muslims watching. First question, does Satan really pee? Does he? Second question, what color is Satan's urine? What does it look like? Is it yellow, white? What is it? See-through? Help us out here. Third question, if Satan is a spirit, how does he even urinate? Do spirits urinate? Fourth question, why would your prophet say something like this? Why? Muslims will say, oh, this is just metaphorical. But hold on. When it says Satan farts during the call to prayer, that's literal. When it says Satan sleeps in your nose, that's literal. So when it says Satan urinates in your ears, suddenly it's metaphorical. Come on, guys. Islam teaches that Satan is out here farting, pissing, and crawling into people's noses. This isn't spiritual wisdom. Sounds like a bad joke, guys. Honestly. Muslims, be honest. Do you really believe that Satan urinated in someone's ears? If not, why do you accept this hadith as authentic? Why? If Muhammad was a true prophet, why would he say something like this? Weird Islamic teaching number 4. Did monkeys practice Sharia law? So here is another bizarre teaching in Islam. One that will leave you shocked. Absolutely shocked, guys. According to Sahih Hadith, there was a monkey adultery scandal. Listen to what I'm saying. A monkey adultery scandal, where a female monkey was caught committing zina, which is adultery, and was stoned to death. Not just by other monkeys, but by one of Muhammad's own companions. The hadith reference is Sahih al-Bukhari, guys. This is what it says in volume 5, book 58, Hadith 188. Go check this all out for yourselves, please. During the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, I saw a she-monkey surrounded by a number of monkeys. They were all stoning it because it had committed illegal sexual intercourse. Oh, flip, this is great. Listen to what I'm reading to you guys. I saw a she-monkey surrounded by a number of monkeys. They were all stoning it because it had committed illegal sexual intercourse. I too stoned it along with them. Oh, this is something special, eh? This is found in Sahih al-Bukhari, the most authentic hadith collections in Islam. Let's just break this down quickly. Number 1, a group of monkeys caught a female monkey committing zina, committing adultery. Number 2, instead of ignoring it, the monkeys decided to enforce Sharia law and stone her. Number 3, a companion of Muhammad joined in the stoning with the monkeys. Number 4, this story is recorded in Islam's most authentic hadith source. Do monkeys have Sharia courts? Do they have Sharia courts? Do monkeys have marriages? If not, how can they commit adultery if they don't have marriages? Did these monkeys hold an Islamic trial before they stoned this she-monkey? Did they hold an Islamic trial? These are my questions to you Muslims. Please, I want answers. Put them in the comments. Did Muhammad ever confirm or deny this event? And my last question would be this. Why did one of Muhammad's companions think it was normal to join in stoning a she-monkey? Now Muslims will try to defend this by saying, oh, this was before Islam. This is just an observation, not Islamic law. This hadith isn't important. But wait, this is still in Sahih al-Bukhari, meaning it's considered reliable and it's considered authentic. This means a companion of Muhammad believed this happened. And if monkeys follow Sharia law, should we start enforcing Islamic punishments on animals? This is very strange, guys. Very strange. You've got Satan pissing in your ears if you miss prayer. Satan farts when he hears the call to prayer. Satan hiding in the noses of Muslims during the night. Monkeys enforce Sharia law and stone adulterous she-monkeys. Does this sound like a true religion? Or does this sound like a collection of absurd beliefs? Muslims, be honest. Do you really believe monkeys enforce Islamic law? If this hadith is false, then why is it in Sahih al-Bukhari? If this hadith is authentic, then how do you defend it? This is your most authentic hadith collection. If you're a Muslim, you have to explain why these things are in your religion. Weird Islamic teaching, number 5. Now we get to the thumbnail of my video. Did Allah turn Jews into rats, monkeys and pigs? We're going to examine the teaching of Muhammad, the so-called prophet of Islam, and the strange and disturbing claims about how Jews were transformed into rats, pigs and monkeys by Allah. Okay, let's break this down step by step with the Hadith and Quran references that confirm this bizarre story. Hadith from Sahih collections, okay, Sahih, authentic, The Prophet Muhammad is recorded saying, a group of Israelites was lost. Nobody knows what they did. But I do not see them, except that they were cursed and changed into rats. This is a direct statement from Muhammad himself. So the Prophet claims that Jews were cursed and transformed into rats. How did he know that they were Jews? Listen to this. Guys, pay attention, please. How did Muhammad know that they were Jews? That these rats were Jews? According to the story, the rats refused to drink the milk of a she-camel. Why did they refuse to drink the milk of a she-camel, according to Muhammad? Because Jews are forbidden to drink camel milk in Judaism. So the Prophet believed these rats must be Jewish because they didn't drink the milk of the she-camel, but did drink the milk of a sheep. You heard me correctly, guys. The Prophet Muhammad linked the Jews with rats based on their refusal to drink camel milk. It gets worse. It gets worse. In Surah 5, verse 60 in the Quran, Allah supposedly says, "Say, shall I inform you of something worse than that regarding the recompense from Allah? Those Jews who incurred the curse of Allah and His wrath, those of whom some He transformed into monkeys and swines." So according to the Quran, not only were Jews transformed into rats, as per Muhammad's teachings, but some were turned into pigs and monkeys. So what does this all mean? Is this an attack on all Jews? Are Jews really cursed by Allah and turned into animals in Islam's teachings? Is this part of the genius of Muhammad, or just a ridiculous belief rooted in ignorance? How do you respond? How do you respond? Here's the big question. Do you believe that Allah really turned Jews into rats, pigs, and monkeys? My fellow Muslims, do you really believe this? How does this prophet, who claims to be a messenger of the one true God, justify turning human beings into animals? How does he justify it? Now, some Muslims, they might try to defend this by claiming this is a specific curse. Not all Jews are turned into animals. They might say these are just metaphors or allegories. Okay? They might say this only applies to those who are cursed, not all Jews. But here's the thing. This isn't just a metaphor. It's in the most important Hadith and the Quran itself. Here's the thing. If this is true, then how can this be the teaching of a righteous prophet? Ask yourself that. Go to bed tonight and sleep on this. You have to wrestle with this, my fellow Muslim friends. Let's be honest. Do you honestly believe Jews were turned into rats, pigs, and monkeys? Do you see this as a sign of true divine wisdom, or just ridiculous religion doctrine that demeans human dignity? And to be honest, it's time for Muslims to answer these questions. Why does your prophet say Jews were cursed and transformed into animals? If this is not true, why are such teachings found in authentic Hadiths and the Quran? And if this is true, then we have to ask, is this God? Is this God that you are following? Weird Islamic teaching number 6. The story of Moses and the running stone. One of the most ridiculous and embarrassing stories found in Sahih Bukhari, the Hadith collection trusted by many Muslims. This story involves none other than Moses, a revered man in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, but now reduced to laughable absurdity in Islamic tradition. In Sahih Bukhari, volume 1, book 5, Hadith 277, we find the following narrative. The people of Israel used to bath together in a communal setting. However, Moses, or Musa in Islam, would always bath alone by himself. The people, mocking Moses, started making fun of him, saying the reason he baths alone is because he has a physical defect, a scrotal hernia, they would say. Okay? But that's just the beginning and context before we get into the actual substance. Now here comes the part that will make you question everything. One day, Moses went out to take a bath and he placed his clothes on a stone. Suddenly, that stone ran away with his clothes. Moses chased after the stone. When the people saw him chasing after the stone, they realized that Moses had no physical defect at all. His body was perfect. The final kicker in the story is this, guys. Moses beat the stone that had his clothes. And the Hadith says that there were still marks on the stone from the beating. My question to you, do you believe this? Let me ask you, do you really believe this story? A stone that has the ability to run away with Moses' clothes? Moses running naked in front of women, children, while the people look at his genitals? And explain the boxing match. Explain the boxing match Moses had with the stone. And explain the marks left on the stone. Is this really part of your faith? Here's what we need to ask. Is this the type of story that you believe in as a follower of Islam? Is this the type of story you believe in? Does this sound like a credible account from someone who is supposed to be a prophet? And most importantly, what does this say about the teachings of Islam if these are the types of stories found in your holy Hadith collections? Here's the usual defense that some may offer and bring forward when you bring this up to them. This is just a story of a miraculous event to show Moses' body was perfect. This isn't meant to be taken literally. It's symbolic. But let's be real here. A stone running away with someone's clothes? Moses having to run naked in front of people, including women and children? This isn't a miracle. It's a completely ridiculous story that challenges logic and reason. Is this the prophet you follow? Do you really believe in this story? How can you call this a true account from your prophet when it sounds more like a children's fairy tale than religious teachings? And why can't we find it in the Torah? Let's talk about it. What do you think about this story from Sahih Bukhari? Do you believe this event happened? And how does this affect your faith in the credibility of Islamic texts? Let me know in the comments. So there you have it, guys. 6 weird teachings found in Islam. There are more, and I will make other videos in the future. We'll leave that in the Lord's hands. But I thought I'd share the 6 that most troubled me. So I hope you like the video, because the algorithm will be pushed out for more people to see. And you will be helping me help others. So please don't forget to go follow my TikTok account. I'm going to be promoting this until I reach 1,000 followers, because I am sick and tired of getting kicked off of debates on TikTok when I join Muslim platforms. So I am only allowed to start my own debates and go live once I have 1,000 followers. It is at heavenly_discussions. So I love you all, and I hope you share this with people that you feel need to hear this. And may our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ guard, bless, protect, and cover each one of you. God bless you all.